can make mozzarella cheese like this? To start my recipe, I'll begin by placing 1 liter of milk at room temperature here in the blender. And I'll add 200 grams of cornstarch. Now I'll cover the blender and blend everything very well for 1 minute. All set, everyone. I've mixed everything really well. Now I'll pour all this mixture here into this pan. Go to the comments and tell me where you're watching us from. So in the next video I can send you a big hug. I've placed all the mixture here, and with a spatula I'll stir without stopping until it starts to boil. Look, everyone. I've been stirring constantly, and now I'll add 200 grams of butter. I'm using butter, but if you prefer, you can use margarine. Now I'll add 1 teaspoon of salt. And I'll mix it well until the butter melts completely. Look, everyone, the butter has melted nicely, so now I'll add 200 grams of mozzarella cheese. This recipe is perfect to impress at any meal, whether it's breakfast or a special snack. All set, everyone. I've added all the mozzarella, and now I'll mix everything very well. This recipe is simply perfect. Every time I make this recipe at home, my whole family and friends love it. Make it at home. I'm sure your family and friends will love it too. Look, everyone, the secret is to keep stirring very well without stopping. I'll let it cook for another 10 minutes. Look, everyone, it has cooked well for 10 minutes. Now I'll turn off the heat and pour everything into this mold. After making this mozzarella, I realized how practical it is to have fresh, homemade cheese in the fridge. An artisanal cheese like this adds a special touch to sandwiches and even homemade pasta. All set, everyone. I've placed everything in the mold. Now I'll put it in the fridge for 3 hours. All right, everyone. My cheese has been in the fridge for 3 hours, and now it's firm. Now I'll flip the mold onto this board and wait for the cheese to come out of the mold. All done, everyone. The cheese is out of the mold. Look at this deliciousness. And it's ready to serve. Go to the comments and tell me from 0 to 10 how much you liked this delicious mozzarella cheese recipe. Take the chance to share this video with all your family and friends so they can make this delicious recipe too. This mozzarella cheese recipe is simply wonderful. The flavor is incredible, and the texture is perfect. The result is a creamy and delicious cheese, worthy of artisanal cheese shops. The combination of ingredients and the step-by-step process is super easy to follow, and the result is impeccable. Recipe approved. It's practical, quick, and the cheese has an amazing flavor.